Condolences are being extended to Supreme Court Justice David Souter, who died Thursday at his New Hampshire home. The 85-year-old retired from the Supreme Court in 2009 and was replaced by the first Latina Supreme Court Justice, Sonia Sotomayor. CNN's Tom Foreman looks back on Justice Souter's life and legacy.
I, David McAfee, do solemnly swear.
David who? That was the initial reaction from Americans to a little-known judge from New Hampshire named in 1990 to the nation's highest court. Even the nominee didn't know what to think when President Bush called him with the news.
I was in a state of virtual shock.
The New England native had been a federal judge for only a few months when he was tapped to replace liberal lion William Brennan, a chance many Republicans hoped to move the high court to the right.
He'll be a superb justice for the Supreme Court.
In reality, Souter was a typical old-fashioned Yankee Republican, a moderate with an independent, even quirky streak. He had a long career in public service, New Hampshire's Attorney General and a trial judge who later sat on the state Supreme Court. Confirmation hearings were a breeze, since his federal experience was brief and his public stance on hot-button issues like abortion fuzzy.
I have not got any agenda on what should be done with Roe v. Wade if that case were brought before me.
This is nobody's body but mine.
That did not stop women's rights groups from sounding the alarm. Douglas Kamek worked the Souter nomination as a White House lawyer.
At the time, David Souter was called the stealth candidate, and so tabula rasa, he showed up at the bench, and it was a surprise thereafter.
One of the first surprises came in 1992 when the High Court reaffirmed the fundamental right to abortion in the so-called Casey appeal. Souter was part of a three-justice coalition that ultimately decided the case. Peter Rubin was his law clerk at the time.
The law for him, unlike for many of his conservative colleagues, was not an abstract set of rules totally divorced from its effect in the real world.
What did puzzle him was technology. He famously told Congress he would allow cameras in his courtroom only over my dead body. He shunned cell phones, pagers, and wrote drafts of his opinions in longhand as a court-issued computer gathered dust in his chambers. Souter's lifestyle made him stand out on the Supreme Court despite all efforts to avoid the spotlight. A lifelong bachelor, he lived in a tiny Washington apartment, escaping often to his ancestral farm in rural New Hampshire. He kept comfortably to routine, bringing a daily lunch of an apple and yogurt in a plastic grocery bag, eating alone in his chambers.